तव कथामृतं तप्तजीवनं कविभिरीडितं कल्मषापहं श्रवणमङ्गलं श्रीमदाततं भुवि गृह्णन्ति ये भूरिदा जनाः भुवि गृह्णन्ति ये भूरिदा जनाः. Sri Ramakrishna is singing in his beautiful voice Ram Prasad song. The essence of song we have seen, gone through in detail, that the Divine Mother, after having created this universe, herself manifesting as the universe and all beings in it, has hid herself being the reality, and the individual jivas, though are inseparable part of the whole universe and the beyond, doesn't understand their own existence just because of identification with the body. Why do we identify with the body? Because our senses are turned outward. We can't see ourselves. Paranchikhani vyatranat swayambhu tasmat param pashyati nantaratma. We don't see our inner self because we have senses which we are holding on to senses. The moment when we enter, we did not have any karmic load to have a new birth at all. It's will of Divine Mother. She wants to become Mary and experience the bliss of the Brahman. The excessive joy in the Brahman creates the universes. And in that universes, the jivas manifest. The mother wants to become many, and as he manifests the individual souls, the duality comes. Duality means its opposite. Again, remember, the duality, sukha, dukha and all, are not different varieties. They are difference in degrees. Just like heat and cold. They are not two different entities. The same entity, higher and lower degree, heat and cold. Similarly, sukha and dukkha is experienced by the same mind. Mind is one. It is experiencing a particular thing, same as pleasure and pain. They are not different varieties. They are called dualities. Duality means they are obverse and reverse of the same coin. You cannot reject one and hold on to the other. If there are two different entities, I can reject one and take up the other. If the same one, difference in degree, we can't do that. So this is what we see. And we want a particular state of only joy. No, it cannot be. The temperature varies. If you accept summer, you have to accept the winter also. There are differences in degrees. It is changing. This world is a constantly changing flux. It is not unchanging. Every moment, everything is changing. We are moving from cradle to grave. Every moment we are changing. So, in this world, I cannot have only happiness. The only thing we can do is to transcend and go beyond. The whole effort is to how will you transcend and go beyond. There is a way, definite way. You are that. And the moment we appear in this universe without karmic road, in the first itself, Mamaivamsho Jiva Loke, Jiva Bhuta Sanatana, Manashashtanindriyani, Prakriti Sthani Karshati. From the nature, it immediately, like a man fallen in water, catches whatever is available in hand. Like that, we catch manashashtan indriyani, 6 senses and mind. The moment we catch, it is turned outward. Senses are turned outward. We see outward world. Though consciousness, Chaitanya has all the 3 powers, Ichcha Shakti, Kriya Shakti, Jnana Shakti. Though it is individual, minute part of consciousness, still it has the Ichcha Shakti, Kriya, individual consciousness has the Ichcha Shakti, Kriya Shakti and Jnana Shakti. Jnana Shakti is external jnana. Ichcha Shakti is there, I want to enjoy, I want to become, he has lost his lost empire and become a beggar. He wants to acquire the lordship again. And he's aspiring, where is that happiness? I was ocean of bliss. What happened? I have become alpa. Just because you have accepted that alpatva. It is like a water drop becoming ice in infinite ocean. Ocean is full of water and water alone, nothing duality. A drop of water becomes ice, immediately it feels itself different from the rest of the water. This drop accepts because there is distinction without difference. It doesn't understand. I'm water only. In ice, nothing is there except water. It just accepts, I am water only. In another form, immediately it dissolves in the absolute. It becomes again the ocean. That which accepts to be the alpa instead of bhauma, it becomes immediately, it enters into the realm of time and space. It from absolute, it manifests in relative existence. In relative existence means duality. Everything is duality. Look, the mother, when she wants to create the universe, there cannot be duality in Brahman. So she condenses into a bindu, becomes bindu vasini, and expands herself. Because duality cannot be there. And as she expands, she drags the consciousness inside. Just like anything, vacuum, consciousness flows inside. And the consciousness that pervades the universe, we call Ishvara. The consciousness that pervades the individual is called Jivatman. The consciousness that stands beyond is called Brahman. It is like space. Here there is a pot. The pot space is individual soul. That is pot space, Jivatman. The space is akhanda, inseparable. But pots appear to be separating creating a difference. This is called upadhi. Without undergoing any transformation, it is. Pot space is called Jivatman. The consciousness pervaded by individual consciousness. This room space is called Ishvara. The absolute space is called Brahman. In these hundreds and millions of pots you have kept, each pot is a Jivatman. The whole room is Paramatman or the Ishvara, and the beyond is the absolute existence, infinite, eternal. The space cannot be cut, but we mentally, the pot appears to be possessing, this is individual. When I understand myself to be consciousness, immediately I become infinite. Just it's a shift in paradigm from the world to the spirit. So when she, now the last sentences, how she summons the people just by wink. Yes, I have created this world for you. Go and enjoy. She wants to enjoy the Brahman. But his senses limit that. It cannot perceive. It cannot enjoy. It holds on to the world. The moment it holds on to the world, anything, the world is a beautiful thing. Just to see, the moment you touch, it catches you. So, the moment you hold, the karma has begun. Action. Action has a reaction. Equal and opposite. You enter into the karmic cycle. Birth and death again. How we are deluded. Deluded means it is not something. It is a thing is presented in such a way that you are not able to see the reality. Delusion is because of the ignorance that is covering our soul. Ignorance has two parts, that which conceals the reality and projects a thing which is not there in it. What covers is called Avarana Shakti, what projects is called Vikshepa Shakti. Now, the rope is there, Mandhantakara, dim light. A person mistakes it. Total light is not there, he will not mistake. He will keep his feet and walk away. There is little light, sufficient to misunderstand. That much light alone. We have consciousness. To understand that much, we have 1/4 consciousness, you see. How it decreases. Akasha, Akashad, Vayu, Vayu, Agni, Agnerapa, Adva, Prithvi. The Prithvi Tattva you come, 16-petaled lotus in the throat. First manifestation, Akasha Tattva. Reduces 4-petaled lotus at the Muladhara. 16 petals, lotus is full consciousness. And it is decreasing to 1/4. We have only that much consciousness. As we go to higher planes of experience, higher levels of consciousness, we experience the same world. The same world we are experiencing every day at 3 levels. Jagra, Swapna, Shushupti. Waking, dreaming and deep sleep. Entirely different and unrelated to each other. Waking state, you see, the moment you sleep and enter into dream world, it is unrelated to this, unrelated to your bodily existence. When you enter deep sleep, even the subtle body is rejected. Just like this body is rejected, I reject subtle body and enter the deep sleep. Jagra, Swapna, Shushupti. In Sushupti, I don't even know whether I exist or not. They are unrelated to each other. Again, nature brings me back to the waking state. The moment I come to the waking state, I identify with the body. Same story goes on. So, Ichcha Shakti, Kriya Shakti, Jnana Shakti externally applied. And I want to enjoy, get that Brahman Ananda in this world, because this is the only limit. I am limited. Little by little, it opens up. As and how you go on contemplating on the divine, go on reading scriptures again and again, go and discuss with Guru, ask the people who have advanced in spiritual life, if not a realized soul. By constantly cogitate, wherever you see, why am I not seeing the divine? How can I see the divine? Drop away all your past. It's dead and gone. Don't bring any past to even yesterday's incident. Afternoon's food. Don't bring it. That much time is gone. Wasted forever. Wasting 1 minute, you may miss the realization in this life. Be extremely careful about management of time. Every moment, unbroken thought of the divine. Let the thought of divine, in and through all the activities, go on and on like underwater current. Unseen it flows. If you dig and see, it is flowing. It is not standing. It's filled with sand and underwater current is flowing. Like that, let the body be working in the world, intense activity, get dipped in the intense activity from morning sunrise to sunset. Go on working, 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 but inside nothing of this world, only divine and God, and let the underwater current of divine awareness and divine thought continue. This is the only way. Nanya pantha vidyate ayanaya. There is no other path to transcend the nature. Constant, unbroken thought of the divine, somehow or the other. You have to maintain, feel the full living presence of God. Each reading, see, you need not do much reading and all that. But whatever you do it consciously, fully participating yourself. See, Khandana Bhava Vandana, every day we sing without mistake. Every day there is Khandana. See that every word that you utter by mouth in Khandana, you concentrate. Without your knowledge, no word must pass. Clear understanding of Khandana Bhava Vandana. Namo Namo Prabhu. Vakyamanatita. Everything, Dededhelanga. Whatever you sing, whatever is coming out, try to visualize it. Feel the living presence of God with you and visualize every word that comes out. You are free. When sitting for prayer, you are free from all activities and things. You need not divert your attention to anything. If you do, it's an error. Wholly go on uttering, be in your own world to see the words must bloom and give the meaning. Each word must come, bloom and give the meaning in your mind. Then you see that you are in unbroken thought of divine. Just Khandana, if you can achieve this much, you have achieved most of the things in sadhana. All amount of concentration without missing a word. Try. Years will pass. That one word somehow takes you away from the link. Then you see that Khandana is over. You begin with nicely, but you see that you are missing. Similarly, when doing japa, 108 times you are doing, only 108 times. See that mind doesn't go anywhere. If it goes mind anywhere, leave it and begin from the beginning. You have gone 30, clearly you are visualizing tad japa, tad artha bhavana. Artha and bhavana, along with it, you are doing japa. Om Namo Bhagavate Ramakrishnaaya. Om Namah Shivaya. Om Namo Narayanaya. Whatever you are telling, whatever mantra you are telling, see that clearly you are feeling the living presence of God, understanding, identifying each time Ramakrishna is Ramakrishna alone. Different aspects are wherever, but you should not leave Ramakrishna and come away. If you do any time, suddenly you see you have gone away, leave that again, begin with the first one. 99 you might have done, still leave it. Begin from the one. You see whether you can do one mala, that is 108 japa, without mind going anywhere. How much of training of mind we need. Where are we? We'll understand if you try. You can't. It takes many hours because it is like they play snake and ladder. 99 it goes and suddenly it comes to 0. Same thing happens. Some thought somewhere, from where it comes, God alone knows. Perhaps God also doesn't know. Suddenly it comes out and takes us away. And when you return, you see lot of time has gone. Life ends like this. You must see that every moment is saved of life and consciously offered at the feet of God. Lord, see, I am in thought of you. Lord, see, I am in thought of you. I am doing work. I am talking to others. I am doing everything. But I am holding on to you. How you must hold? Like an anchor. Anchor within. Inner channels connecting to the divine should never break. An important instruction. See that inner channel. Yatishwaranji used to tell the inner channels connected to the divine must not break. Thakur used to say the light, inner light should be burning always. Like Durga Puja, they keep Akhanda Jyoti. If the Jyoti goes away any time, it is said to be bringing some evil to the bad things would happen in their life or in their family. So, like that, we should see that inner light of divine awareness doesn't break. In Yatishwaranji Maharaj was in Germany. One lady used to come. Many times I have told this. She was working in insurance company. She used to go to in 1936, not now, pre-independence. She used to go. She was initiated by Maharaj, Yatishwaranji Maharaj. Maharaj was living in Germany at that time, and she used to come once in a week, Saturday, and meet Maharaj. The moment Maharaj sees anybody, first thing he would ask is, how are your spiritual practices? He will never ask, how are you? We know the only answer, oh fine. How are you means, oh fine. How are your spiritual practices going on? They will start seeing below. Head immediately becomes lowered. So Maharaj says, how are your spiritual practices? She says, Swamiji, I don't get time. I'm a working woman. I go early in the morning, somehow feed my children and run to the office. Come back late in the evening, exhausted, whole day. While going in the bus, coming in the bus, I do call on God a little, do a little japa. That's all what I do. Nothing more. Then Maharaj, I read the Maharaj's diary, Yatishwaranji's diary. They are in Bangalore. And there Maharaj writes, these women complain of excessive work because of which they are getting exhausted and tired. And they are not able to do the spiritual practices. But the truth is, not the work, nor the contact of the world, but the inner channel connecting to the divine are cut off. If the inner channel connecting to the divine are intact, she can do 10 times more work without getting exhausted. She can do 10 times more work without getting exhausted. 10 times more work because time is limited. All the time, non-stop if she works also, she doesn't get tired because it's Atma Bala. And calmly, inside empty everything, let everything be outside. You should not come out to the world. World should not enter into you. You must work. Work sitting within. Don't go out. If you go out, it is if you cross the Lakshman Rekha, then remaining Ramayana will continue. You'll be kidnapped in no time. You'll be abducted. So don't get lost. Don't from the window as if you are stretching your hand and doing all work and coming away. No involvement, no entanglement. No involvement means you are doing all work, moving with people, talking everything. And when you go, nothing is inside, empty. No involvement. You are not carrying anything, any impression, any talk, any discussion, nothing you are carrying. The second thing is no ragadvesha anywhere while moving about. Ragadvesha creates entanglement. Carrying the thoughts becomes involvement. No entanglement, no involvement. Work, work, work. Offer it to God. Wash off your hands. So this is what Mother expects. Thakur what expects is this. My child, live like this. You'll be happy. You'll be eternally free from this nature forever. And you are your own master. Nothing will bind you anymore. You can be eternally in joy and peace. Absolute. Absolute means beyond it nothing is there. That Sri Ramakrishna wants to make us clear. His Master continued, men are deluded through her Maya and have become attached to the world. Maya, Swamiji Vinayakanandaji describes it, explains it as, what does he say? Maya is statement of facts. Maya is statement of facts. Universe is created with only intention of experiencing the joy with keeping the duality. In Advaita state, you are sugar. Mother wants to enjoy the sugar in duality. So she creates a universe. And law is, when one becomes two, one is positive and one is negative. Anything hold on, the negative will follow you. Hold on to positive, negative will follow. Hold on to negative, positive will follow you. You cannot escape. So here, this is statement of fact. Senses, with the Akasha Tattva, Karnendriya and its object, Shabda. Shabda and Karnendriya comes with this space, Akasha. Akasha Tattva is Shabda, Karnendriya comes. Karnendriya is put inside, Shabda is kept outside. They are meant for each other. So Karnendriya is always after the Shabda. It goes on searching. Senses, eyes, and every sense has sense objects outside. This statement of facts creates the Maya. This is Maya. You are mistaking one for the other. This mistaking is the thing happens. This is Maya. Maya is not something like magic or something happening. Maya is that you are not able to recognize the reality because the creation is such a thing, it's a duality. Creation means there is duality. Duality means there is no alternative. The only thing is transcend it and go beyond. And everything has to go back to its source. The plan of nature is evolution of jiva. The nature sees how you are, what you are experiencing, sukha or dukkha. The sukha and dukkha, according to your karma, is brought about and is given to you in such a way that you evolve, spiritually evolve. The suffering also doesn't come like government punishing some criminal. No. The suffering is given in such a way, it helps the evolution of the jiva. I have to give you 10 rupees, I can give in any form. I can give 10 rupees note itself, I can give 10 rupees worth gold, I can give 10 rupees worth food, I can give you 10 rupees worth poison, I can give you a knife, 10 rupees, I have given. But what helps you most? If I give, then only it has value. So nature doesn't give what is poison for you. She gives you suffering and joys of life in such a way, finally you will see that you are evolved. Om Shanti 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 Harihi Om Tat Sat Shri Ramakrishna Arpanamastu.